shit.
Save the mushroom gummy stories for later.
Swap meet.
So-
Mushroom, gummy, swap meet.
That's incredible.
It is a very good story. So we just watched the 1987 classic Predator, but in 3D in the backyard. Remastered, which I looked it up. I guess they put it out 10 years ago. They did the Blu-ray and then a 3D version in 2013.
Stands up.
Wow, it's incredible.
Yeah, they really fucking knocked it out of the park on the remaster. It looked so fucking good, and it's I think we all noticed immediately that it sounded like they did like a remaster on the sound design for everything too.
Oh yeah, the minigun, the Predator laser gun sounded incredible.
Yeah,
everything about this
music.
Movie. It was just
yeah. This is it's John McTiernan. This is a John McTiernan joint.
Yeah.
And I think, so before this, he had just done like one low-budget $1 million horror movie with Pierce Brosnan.
Really?
Yeah, like that's all he had going.
No name?
And then they brought him in. It's called like Maniacs or Mimics or something funky. I only saw the trailer. I didn't see the actual movie, but it looks sick. And this is Arnold off of, he had already done yeah, sorry, I apologize. But he had already done all the Conan movies, like all three of them, I think, were all wrapped, and he did Terminator, and then he just did Commando.
Wow,
and then
what a
stepped
year.
Into this.
Commando into Predator. I mean, this is truly...
If it wasn't the same year, it was like back to back.
And
it was like
Mirabella.
86, 87.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Commando is the backbone for this character, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's in the vein of all these, like, B action movies, you know? And he's, like, slowly becoming a star. And it's always cool when they do these, like, B action plots and then, like, put a star in them. And
What was
Arnold,
cool
like,
about Predator is that it's like it starts out like a total straight B action, like you say, movie, and then just like the Predator takes over the movie, and then it's like, what happens if we just drop an alien into this existing movie that's already like a pretty good action movie?
Yeah,
like the 3D when they're doing their handshake at the beginning. Dylan,
yeah,
CIA got you pushing too many pencils, and like the 3D muscle of the iconic handshake was incredible.
Yeah.
Yes,
sweat was just coming out of your face. Like such a visceral movie.
Yeah, the 3D added to it, and whatever they did in the remaster, the like clarity of all the images were just, it was like crazy. It looked like they shot it recently.
Yeah, like brand new, 2023.
Yeah, but this is a fucking knocked it out of the park, like on just about every front action movie. And yeah, like the point you were making when we were watching it, I was like, all the way up, like meet the army colonel, get the mission, the old friend who's maybe not to be trusted, and then get in, do the extraction. Like all of that is like I want to see that movie even if there's no alien involved.
Absolutely.
Like, it's still just great. Just guys on a mission in a jungle killing turns out to be CIA agents. I wanted more of that plot. I was like, where's this story going?
Yeah.
You know?
So the plot was they were doing some kind of illegal El Salvadorian fund the rebels kind of operation.
Yeah, I think that's what it seemed like.
And they were told it was going to be an extraction. My team doesn't do assassinations, Dylan. And of course, then they literally assassinate an entire village.
Right.
Of very poor soldiers, it seems like, who are being hunted by the predator themselves. I mean, geez, this guy's got it really bad every way. And then finally, at the very end, they find like the girl. And be like, because Arnold, like for the first time in that entire thing, like punches someone instead of just immediately shooting them. With like, these dudes have so much ammunition. I have to say, it's a really great Second Amendment movie.
Carrying
like,
50 cal.
Yeah.
Gatling guns.
The Gatling. Yeah, Jesse the Body Ventura is strapped with a fucking Gatling gun
hiking
in the
through.
jungle.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, God knows what that fucking thing weighs. He's hiking through the fucking jungle with it.
The Central American jungle.
I don't know what it weighs, brother, but it weighs my heart that America's fallen so far from what we knew it to be.
That was a fucking
9/11 has a lot of questions. That's all I'm saying is that we need to ask a lot of questions.
That is a solid the body.
I live in the Baja.
Made Cambodia look like Kansas.
Yeah, he crushed. Bill Duke was incredible.
Bill Duke.
All the side characters were great. Shane Black with the pussy jokes over and over.
Yeah.
The other day I went up to my girlfriend. I said, you know, I'd like a little pussy. She said, me too. Mine's as big as a house.
And I think the last pussy joke was actually pretty solid, where he was like, she was like, why'd you say my pussy was big twice? And he's like, I didn't, you know, because the echo.
That guy was brought down to write those jokes, and then just to and I also want to be the guy who gets killed first.
Yeah,
and he had that much juice in Hollywood, like, sure, whatever you say, Shane Black, come on down.
So I mean, I would say, like, if you were looking for, like, you know, some plot issues or whatever, they're kind of there. Like you pointed out, like, they go in, it's a extraction mission to find the missing soldiers, and they just immediately blow up every building, everything that could possibly have
grenade launcher on grenade launcher.
Like, anybody worth saving is dead.
It's so satisfying.
For sure.
How many times have you seen grenade launchers on machine guns in movies and they don't use them?
Yeah,
it's true.
And it's like, I'm always like, use the fucking pump action. These guys, they do that every time.
That's true. In the extraction, they probably didn't even fire a shot for like 3 minutes.
no shortage.
They're just, it was just grenade launchers.
Yeah.
Just over and over. But yeah, right.
Chopper, get to the chopper. First time get to the chopper is ever used.
You get the chopper line. Chopper. Yeah, that's pretty great. And what was the other tagline? The if it bleeds, you can kill it.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh, there's so many. Ain't got time to bleed.
Yeah, the body. Jesse Ventura's got such a ill way of talking. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, he was a real Navy SEAL, so it was like, this is like a guy who he's like, seems like he's, you know, it seems authentic.
Yes, yeah. I watched like a little YouTube documentary on the making of.
Oh yeah, because Jean-Claude Van Damme was originally cast as the Predator, right?
I heard this.
And he had like a really stupid outfit.
Yeah.
And he was doing like weird kung fu and doing the splits. And he was doing like a splits move, and then being like, but then he complained because he was like too hot, and he like passed out in the suit.
Yeah.
Because you're in Mexico in the jungle, and he's wearing this crazy suit, this latex suit.
Plus, he's like 5'6" or something, right? Like,
right.
That's not gonna look right.
It looks so stupid.
Arnold.
It looks so stupid.
If
you find the picture of the Predator and put it on this video right now, show how stupid the original Predator was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then it was like I read they had like a Hail Mary call to like ILM and be like, can you make us a Predator here? We need a Predator. We're fucked. Guys, we got no Predator here. We're totally fucked.
That piece was actually in this thing where they had the original Predator suit and it just looked fucking silly.
Yeah.
And the director shoots with it for
like
a day or
it's
two.
like a Martian guy. It's like,
exactly. And the head was all like flopping around.
Marvin the Martian, yeah.
And then he like actually showed the studio the footage that he shot. And he was like, come on, guys, we can't do this. And they were like, okay, you're right.
You really don't want us to continue with this, do you? And they looked at it and said, nope, wait, stop.
And then they reached out to the guy who just did Aliens with James Cameron.
Oh, yeah,
and Arnold put him on because he also did Terminator with him.
Oh, yeah.
So they hit that guy up, and that guy was in this little doc saying, like, I was on a plane with James Cameron, like, and showed him the stuff.
Oh.
And he was like, yeah.
And the guy shows up, and he's like, why am I here? And then he's like, well, some son of a bitch accused you of being the best.
That's basically what happened. That's basically what happened. And you're referring to the amazing scene with Carl Withers when we get the reveal in the beginning.
What do you need us for? Because some damn fool accused you of being the best.
That's the line that I just want to say more. You know, we watch a movie and you're like, I gotta say that more.
Yeah, what the hell am I doing here? You gotta like have a buddy in on it so you can set it up.
Oh,
properly.
I don't know. Maybe because some son of a bitch accused you of being the best. Maybe that's why you're here.
All right, that's my goal. Before the end of the year, I'm gonna pull off one of those really, really well somewhere at a party or something.
We need the best.
But yeah, I think the director's a fucking legend. John McTiernan's a legend. He went on a crazy run. Did this, so comes off the $1 million Pierce Brosnan little budget horror movie. Does this, then does Die Hard.
I mean, a better 1-2 punch. I don't know if you can fight and move.
Well, no. Then his third piece of the run is he does Hunt for Red October.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, give this guy his flowers.
Yeah,
what does more does man need to do? Is
Land and sea.
Then he has, a break in the middle because he got an opportunity to do a Sean Connery pick again, and he did something called Medicine Man, which I saw when I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
Where he's like in
that was
the
a bit of a
jungle.
swing and a miss. That was a swing and a miss.
Yeah, but didn't do so well.
I found the cure for cancer, and I lost it.
That's
all I
it.
remember from the trailer.
That's it. That's the one.
What don't you understand? I found a cure for the fucking plague of the 20th century, and now I've lost it.
But then he comes back on another three-peat and does Last Action Hero. He comes
Underrated.
back. He comes back. Great. I love that fucking movie.
Yeah.
He comes back and does that. Then he does the third Die Hard, the Sam Jackson one, which is also pretty fucking great.
Yeah.
And then he does the Thomas Crown Affair remake. I like the Steve McQueen version, but the remake with Pierce Brosnan is actually pretty sick.
I'll check that one out. Okay, who's your MVP of the movie? Nash? Who's your MVP?
Bill Duke.
Yeah.
For sure.
Bill Duke.
Bill Duke.
He kind of steals the movie, doesn't he?
Just you and me. Same kind of moon, same kind of jungle. Real number 10 night, remember? Whole platoon, 32 men chopped into meat. We walk out, just you and me. Nobody right on top of.
What's the opening line where he's like, he checks Carl Withers?
Yeah.
He's like, if you ever give our position away again, I'll fucking gut you.
I'll bleed you. I'll bleed you.
I'll bleed you. That's what it is. Quiet. It's cold as shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
The dry shaving is such a great nervous tick
That too.
that he has that it's just like without words explains the tension of the situation when he snaps the razor blade against his face. It's so
Yes.
great.
I mean, this is like why this movie is so great and stands out amongst all these action movies is shit like that.
Yeah.
You have the Bill Duke character set up in the beginning. You get the Shane Black making all these ridiculous jokes and reading comics in the airplane. And then you have Jesse Ventura trying to convince everybody that chewing tobacco is going to give them a bigger libido.
Goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus.
That's literally what he says. That's actually what he says. And then spits out
His chaw.
tobacco juice on fucking Carl Withers' shoe.
Yeah.
The big league.
That was his, I think that was a statement about the CIA he's trying to make.
Yeah.
It's subtle. It's a subtle thing.
The man, basically.
Yeah.
He was like, he didn't give
Who
a
killed
fuck
RFK?
You think
Sirhan didn't just turn up at the Ambassador Hotel. It's kind of going to my Bill Walton now. I got to stop it.
No, it still sounds like Ventura. It still sounds
It's right
like
there.
But in that little YouTube doc I was watching, he was actually talking quite a bit in it and being that guy offset, talking about his involvement, like same attitude, same voice, everything. And like even said some shit about like trying to get bigger muscles than Arnold, like, and that the lady who did the costume said he had 1 inch larger arms than Arnold, and he like says this in the documentary thing.
Didn't bronze him up enough.
Oh man, they
Can't
must have.
steal that show.
It's funny,
Yeah.
but he did over and over go like, "I'm an actual Navy SEAL. Like, no one has to show me how to do this stuff." And he said something like, "I wouldn't actually go on a mission with these guys, but I'll do a movie with them." Some shit like that.
I'll put it this way, I wouldn't want to go in real with these guys, but I'll definitely do a film with them. I know Jesse voiced that opinion a couple of times.
But yeah, it plays so well all the way through. I like the special effects. Quite a bit.
I might tap Chris in.
Yeah.
I think you got something to
Yeah,
say.
he got something to say.
All right.
Chris,
Yeah.
tap in.
For 1987, which is when the film came out, the special effects were pretty good. I like the invisible predator thing. I think it looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
And I think they did actually like put the dude in the suit, shoot it, and then do effects to the guy in the suit after the fact instead of like trying to like insert some sort of like primitive CG stuff.
Oh, good.
So yeah, I
Chris,
thought.
welcome. What was your MVP? Who's your MVP of the movie?
Yeah.
I would say Arnold.
Arnold.
Yeah.
Okay. You're just
He holds it down.
Not in the general sense of saying it's just because. I think he carried the movie.
No, you could not imagine anyone else other than Arnold in that role.
Not much choice.
Who else could have done it?
That's true.
Stallone could have done it. I wouldn't
yeah.
have believed Stallone. I wouldn't have believed
And
Van
that was
Damme
another
if
thing
he
I
was
was thinking about. I was thinking about the Stallone aspect when just recently Stallone came out and said, he conceived and said that Arnold was the best action star ever.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did conceive that.
We need the best. That's why you're here. Go on.
Yeah, what took you so long?
Yeah. Well, they had a big
Motherfucker,
rivalry.
all you did was Rocky. Like, that's not action, nigga. It's just like boxing.
Well, I mean, his Rambo run was pretty sick.
Rambo was
was cool. Then you had the cliffhanger joint.
Now, this versus Predator
Unreal
2.
Deal,
I mean,
yeah.
Predator 2 is great too, but I think if it's a rank Predators, this is still the best. I mean, the original is still the best.
Yeah.
Predator 2 has its moments. And I love this futuristic portrayal of L.A. and everybody's wearing hats and looking cool. And then the scene in the subway was really good. And everyone's got lasers on their guns.
Predator 2 is great, but it is like its own thing. If I had to
They're
pick,
attracted by heat and conflict.
Yeah, exactly. The heat was vicious.
and that's like that's a swan song for Danny Glover. That's like a high point.
And I don't want to give
Right,
Danny Glover that much love.
Outside of Lethal Weapon.
Well, as a lead
Outside of
in an
Lethal
action,
Weapon,
yeah, as a
that's it.
lead in an action star.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
really.
great in it too.
Yeah, and Color Purple, I have mixed feelings. So.
The Jamaican.
Yeah, in Color Purple, he was beating up on Whoopi Goldberg. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I got mixed feelings.
You'd feel bad for Whoopi. Or?
Yeah, I do feel bad for Whoopi.
Yeah. But what if the Predator
but
came
still,
in
man,
Color Purple?
That was
Like,
There we go. Let's just start putting the Predator
what was
in
Whoopi
all
was
kinds of fucking
the Predator.
movies.
oh my God, the dreads.
That was it. Her return was to get back at this motherfucker. Silly for being there, like, that type of shit.
The Predator's a great character though, because you could drop him in any movie and it would probably make it better.
Sure.
Like
The Aliens
LA
versus Predator,
right?
Like who is it? It's Sanaa Lathan, I think, is the main actress.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
the
they have
one,
like
the mixed thing?
they have like a love thing going on throughout the film where the like Predator ends up saving her,
Right.
and there's like a weird unspoken they've fallen in
Flirting.
love
Yeah.
thing going on through the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Well, Predator's got to have a code. Predator's got codes. Predators have codes, and they respect.
Oh well, certainly, yeah,
They respect courage.
yes.
So if you show courage, Predator's like tips the cap.
Yeah, there's a hunter's code running through all of it. Yeah, I mean, the lore of the Predator, I think, is it's pretty fucking dope in this kind of like sci-fi action world. I think it was like two nerdy dudes who wrote this thing, and they had like never written anything. They just sort of like came out of nowhere and were shopping the script around, and Joel Silver found it. Yeah, and like pushed it.
Legendary.
In terms of science fiction B action movies, this is up there. This is one of the best.
You gotta call it an A action movie because
Sure.
it's spawned so many sequels.
Sure.
It spawned a whole like run of comics. It's like
Yeah.
this is top tier. The way they combine action and sci-fi,
Especially for the
is
time.
very similar to Aliens. And
Yeah.
it was like 86, 87. It's
That's special.
I don't think Predator is as good as Aliens, and I
No.
think Aliens would always
No.
beat Predator. If I was a betting man, if I was going Aliens versus Predator,
the storyline is so much better and it's so much more complex.
I would have liked the Predators to show up in Prometheus.
But then it would have ruined all the other shit prior to that.
Right. Yeah.
Because all the other shit prior to that had, that touch, but it didn't deal with the origin of
I
the
know.
fucking actual alien.
That's true.
The Alien vs Predator movie was the when they first tried to deal with the origin stories
In Antarctica, the pyramids.
but it wasn't.
It just didn't land right.
Well, they didn't keep it through any of the other franchises, either of the franchises, because in that story, the Predator created the aliens.
Right, to give it the hunting, the perfect hunting thing.
The apex hunting.
Yeah, which didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That was a very stupid thing on the Predator's part.
And that's why we keep
They were
going back
gonna
to saying,
the
like,
aliens like that. What were they
our
guys
whole
thinking?
contact to that connection was like, oh shit, that's their top predator, that's their top prey, or whatever the fuck it may be. And but they've always tried to figure out a way to like solidify how that origin became.
Now in the comic books, there was a great comic where there was like this weird like cattle hunting planet. This is a Dark Horse comic book, and there was the predators when they're training their young predators.
Yeah.
Would go to like an abandoned planet, and then they would put aliens there. They would put some aliens' eggs, and they would grow aliens, and they would use them as training for their young.
Oh, so is this maybe where that came from? Was
I think
the comic
maybe
before the.
I don't. Yeah, I think it was probably before that because I think it was like early '90s. It was a great comic.
Like with the alien and everything like that. That's great, but how do we figure out how to take it even a level above that? Because we just can't keep building on like Predator and Alien, right?
Oh, you mean
at some point?
Like where are the new aliens?
Where's
we have
gonna
Predator.
take
I'm
that
ready
new
for
shape?
aliens.
Yeah, I'm ready for some new aliens.
We have the Xenomorph. We have the Predator. But what's going on?
Yeah, I'm trying to think where they've tried.
Now the real aliens are here on the news, so we don't need any more fake
really
aliens.
fucking around with that. That's literally fucking.
I mean,
around with that.
it's hard to make like a very iconic just bad guy in general. So then add to it the element of it being this like completely made up science fiction creature. Like it's just hard to make an iconic one.
Man, we can do it right now.
Yeah, but yeah, that's
here
what
we go.
I'm sparking this
Why,
right now.
Yeah.
What do you
I'm
got?
yeah,
No problem. No problem right now.
I see
okay.
something
First of all,
building right
okay,
now
he's
within you right
he's got like he sees things weird. He sees in sound or something. He sees in sound. They see it in sound. So it's like, woo.
It's like, is a bat.
Yeah, he's a bat. He's a bat. He's a He's a vampire. Maybe it's where the myth the vampire came from.
Yeah.
Maybe vampires were always aliens. Whoa, shit. Okay, so it's picture a movie now. Okay. It's 1492. Okay,
Yes. Brad Pitt.
Columbus is coming over, but you know what he's got in his ship? He sees it. He sees something crash. Okay, in what is now Haiti. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In Hispaniola. Okay, the island of Hispaniola. There's a crash happens, and then like Columbus and his men go, what the fuck is going on here? Wow. Dracula alien.
Played by Gary Oldman.
Played by Gary Oldman.
I love it.
So they see with sound, they see with waves, and they hunt, and they drink obviously blood.
Yes.
Their spaceships look like coffins. I mean, it's pretty one for one. You know, you can do it. They're flying around.
Yeah, we don't have to get too tech on.
Yeah,
this.
we don't get too tech. They have like really big fangs, right?
All right, so we could bring in some
They have
of the,
eggs.
like,
The eggs are on the ceiling. Ooh, it's different.
And they
You
have
don't know where they are. You know,
yeah, of course, and they have underwater caverns. So
boom,
there we go. Underwater layers. There we go.
cenotes.
Well, I'm sold. If I ran a studio, we'd be green lighting the fuck out of this.
yeah.
And
Alien Dracula.
One day we'll find someone. So Alien Dracula.
Draculon. Draculon from Alpha Centauri.
If we're doing star ratings at 4 stars, which is
Classic stars.
1 for story, 1 for direction, 1
3
for
for the
acting,
homies.
and 1 for
4 to go.
audio visual.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
And then you can get a 5th star for like exemplary filmmaking, like crazy creativity, that kind of
I'm
stuff.
gonna have to start writing this down on my hand.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. I'll give you 4 stars.
I'm at a 4.
But
I'm at a solid 4.
I think this got a 5th star, but it's invisible. You can't see it. Disco ball star.
The 5th star is a camouflage chameleon.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold up. 1 for acting.
Yeah.
1 for
Directing, 1 for story, and 1 for audio visual.
Come on, Billy.
Okay, yeah,
And
that's
you could
4.
do half
Come on,
stars.
Billy, you ain't afraid of no
that's how you
man.
get there.
No, that's straight up 4.
4 stars all around.
That ain't no man. We're all gonna die.
Right?
Shout out to Billy.
We're all gonna die.
Man,
Shout
come
out
on!
to
Like,
Billy.
it's like
Damn,
this
man, we
is
all
thing of
gonna die?
speaking into reality. Like, let's say keep
all
our
gonna
attitudes
die.
up. Like, it's
And also, I forgot to mention, shout out to the closing sequence where they do the buddy look at the camera, break the fourth wall,
unbelievable.
remind us, like
Sitcom.
they do like a
Full
memorial,
sitcom,
a
memorial
sequence of like all these people we lost during this story.
Oh shit! Can I take like a point
That's
away?
amazing.
Or
Uh-oh.
You want
can
to
I
take
get
a
a?
point?
Can I get a?
He's disappearing a
Can
star.
I get a 3
For what?
and 3/4 star?
What
Like,
do you-
know
what
what
do
I
you-
mean?
what do
You're gonna put Predator Tech on one of your stars?
What do you do?
What do you know?
Why?
What
Why
happened?
though?
It was
What'd you just think
the
of?
whole like fucking somber like dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun,
when
like,
Bill
come
Duke
on,
has the
yeah.
moment.
Horns.
Yeah.
That shit was not cool.
The military
it
horns.
was not cool. Yeah, it was not cool. Like, come on, bro. We ain't dealing
I
with
mean,
that right
I
there.
said that, and then James
I was
reminded
feeling
me
it
that
already.
this film is very deep, and they had a long history of
I
war
guess
on
so.
many continents, and you know,
We were last to come.
this is not just about some guys in the jungle trying to save some
then I
soldiers
replaced that.
fighting an
Afghanistan,
alien.
I
Cambodia.
replaced
That's
it.
some thick jungle, bro.
He mentioned
deep,
Cambodia,
man.
so I give it back to him.
The Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. No way, the Predator was like the unknown soldier because we didn't know who he was until the very end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad that we started out with this like deep story about the CIA throwing coups in other countries and smuggling weapons or whatever, and we just threw it
is
away
true.
the second that the alien showed up.
I know.
Because that's what would happen if an alien fucking showed up.
I
that
kind of
was
like
killing
it,
everybody.
but what if it was just like Predator was in like Dallas, November,
Yes.
1963.
Yes.
And like there's CIA's trying to do a mission.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden,
But, wow.
this Predator's in this fucking book depository.
I
With a triple beam.
Static.
I do think a series of
static.
short films of the Predator being a part of history, like Forrest Gump,
Yeah,
is,
that would be
is a
pretty amazing.
brilliant idea. That's something we could get going
Static.
for sure.
Mr.
not
Lincoln,
here.
are you sure you would like to go to the theater? I would.
Static.
All right, four stars.
Static.
4 stars for
President
Predator.
Lincoln, what's that triple beam on your head?
I can't hear you.
Avenue 54 Film Club highly recommends the original 1987 Predator, and we also highly recommend that you go get the 2013 Blu-ray. At least watch it in 2D.
Yes,
but if you can watch it in
yes,
3D, it's
yes.
fucking killer.
You know what movie would be great
Special.
though? Gladiator. If like they're at the end of Gladiator, it is like
the Predator comes out, the last battle. Yeah.
We want to see it.
Let's go.
All right, like
wanna
and
see
subscribe or some shit.
Hit that bell.
Thank you.
Hit that bell.